explosions happening in the land of cryptocurrency, friends. I want to show you this. And remember, we're doing stuff fast here. So I wonder if things have been changing minute by minute. But I have poly market odds here, and something interesting has happened. Somebody has come in and they have bought up and changed the poly market odds for the government shutdown ending. So for the government to reopen. If you remember, the government shutdown, it was on December 1st. That was the highest probability. So people came out and they said, hey, government's going to reopen December 1st. We're going all the way to Thanksgiving. But randomly, someone has come out and bought November 8th to November 11th. Okay, interesting. They've come out and they've punted November 8 to 11. So it's actually got the highest odds. And I know it's kind of like, tinkering around, but it makes you wonder, has somebody heard something? Because, Bitcoin collapses and the stock market, everything has basically been crushed, instantly dagger down, and now everyone's spooked straight away. Everyone's calling the top, but they have a lot of fear. I'm wondering, do you think this is someone on the inside who is getting a whiff of the deal that is going to be made soon? Just yesterday, the government reopening price was priced for December 1st. So it's interesting how prediction markets, which we've created in crypto, which unfortunately the world gives zero value to, which is sad. It's interesting how it's been able to show us some key insights into how these probabilities change. This just more insider trading. Well, yes, so it might be insider trading. That would be interesting. I also want to show you some information, friends, while we play some Pumpy G music for us from Uncle Bobby. Uncle Bobby has made this post. The bull case for Bitcoin. Incoming, here or soon, weekly cycle low on extremely negative sentiment, mirroring prior two cycles. So the prior two cycles he's talking about, this was the Trump tariff earlier in the year. And before that was the Japan Pokemon crisis, where Japan's Pokemon Island blew up. Okay. And here we are today. So it's been a hot debate, right? 4-year cycle, 4-year schmeichel, what happens? Friends, a lot of, it is interesting. Everyone's calling for the end. But, Richard Hart, friends, remember Richard Hart did post the bubbles? And I guess it implies, without being kind of direct, it implies that he doesn't think it's over yet, which I'll show you. And it is this post here. Here, Ethereum, have some chart art. Okay, now it was posted on October the 12th, about a month ago. And yeah, Ethereum is all the way down here, by the way. It is now down here if you were to look at it, where it is. Ethereum is around like $3,000, so it's getting pooped out here. But I'm still wondering if something comes out next year that makes everyone wonder what's going to happen. Remember, friends, we still got a few key things that are happening in the background. I know a lot of people say, it doesn't mean anything, but we got to think about them. Like Major Loser Powell, his term is ending in May next year, and he will be replaced, and everyone assumes he's going to be replaced by a puppet who's going to be super dovish, who's going to say, oh, you know what, the rates, they need to be a lot lower, don't they? And if inflation goes up, we'll just hike rates. That might be what's coming. Is it going to be enough to juice markets or anything? We're not sure. Okay, we never know, but it's going to be one of those times to remember. Remember, friends, a lot of people called for the end. They sold their portfolio around the Trump tariffs. And now here we are again, right, where a lot of people are talking about it. Let me know what you think. Uncle Bobby posting about today being the 30-week cycle low. Here we have some commentary from the friends. Mike Joan. Okay, no need to start cry-fagging yet, I guess. Maine. Right. Well, it is tough because we're always seeking answers, but we never get them. But I want to show you something as well, which I think you'll find interesting, friends. Reddit. Our friends at Reddit. Right here. Our friends at Reddit are calling for the end of the crypto cycle. So we have our cryptocurrency. It's one of the most famous retailer billboard crowd sentiment informational pieces you can go to, the R cryptocurrency subreddit on Reddit. So he says, my key takeaway for being in crypto for 8+ years. He says, I've been in here for 8+ years. Here are my key takeaways. Number 1, it looks like the 4-year cycle is doing its thing again, as usual. Number 2, the tops come a bit sooner every time. Why? Because people like me are thinking, I don't want to hold the bag again. The top will be in November. So let me make sure I get out a little bit earlier than everyone else this time. Makes you think. Everyone's thinking that way. Everyone's been thinking that way. Remember, friends, I even brought it to your attention earlier in the year. Everybody wants to sell at 150K Bitcoin. Surprise, surprise, Bitcoin stops at 125. We get the fake out, and then we get the judgment doom in Year of the Snake. You know, I don't think that's a coincidence. Here we have main again. Makes sense. Hope you're learning, friend, out there. So that's why if we do get the switch, the power thrust, which I know looks impossible right now, you got to be really careful. But I think, like, you know, that wishful thinking, it's a long way away. It really is, man. This is the total 3 crypto chart. Remember, friends, total 3 is everything removing Bitcoin and altcoins, Bitcoin and Ethereum. And it is, man, this is how frustrating it's been, friends. It has been grinding along its bear market floor for literally forever. Gosh, literally since forever, friends. I mean, like, it's been horrific. And remember, there's new altcoins in here as well. If you actually look at the charts of 2021 coins, we're all down here. We're actually lower. So there's like a huge gap of these. That's why it gets tougher over time. So this is total 3. We were hoping, man, we're going to, you know, we knew kind of this was happening. Well, we were hoping 2024, Trump was going to send it higher. We were hoping that was going to happen. Instead, we got Year of the Snake with the Trump tariffs. Here we are again. We thought, here we go. And then bang, everyone's out again. So if you look carefully, right, we have Trump tariff scaring. Actually, we'll look at it here. Yeah, we have 2024, Japan's yen Pokemon crisis, Trump tariff scaring, and now we have people saying, hey, 4-year cycle. These 3 circles of everyone saying it's over. Crazy. Do you want to know what actually was here, friends? See this circle? This is in 2023. That was Gary Gensler, the Seaman Demon, coming out. He says all your altcoins are securities. Yeah, that was the bottom right there. It's pretty wild. So we've had these 4 key moments. And if you notice, like, I know we're all sad and depressed. We've been waiting a long time. A lot of people are confused. Like, huh, I didn't get it. Yeah, because they haven't done the research, man. You know, you just see the price for what the price is. We're trying to see value in the future. We're trying to have a vision, trying to imagine things get better in the future instead of going down for 5 years. But, you know, it becomes increasingly frustrating. Quietly buying, huh? I can see you. Here we go, Mr. Dog Park Millionaire. But when it does, oh my. So the total 3 crypto chart following that channel. Remember, we are linked to world markets as well. So we'll take that with a grain of salt. This random dude on my YouTube, friends, his video came up. I'm back, but my life is over. A Japanese man. I'm 51 years old, Japanese man. My life is over. I have to start over. I was watching the video, and we all thought like his wife left him, and he had a child. Something bad happened to his child. It wasn't that. It wasn't that. I watched the video. It was something to do with, like, he's got to restart his business. It was like huge bait. Huge. And friends, these tears are real. Like, he was going out super hard in it. Wow. Great entertainment, though. Like, it fooled all of us, you know. Oh, man, it's crazy. So, oh, man, I know everyone's been going tough, friends. I've been lighting candles all day. All day. Remember, all over crypto, people are talking about, like, you know, the one coin that's gone up, ZeCash, and that other coin, Dash, which you all remember Dash. It was Da Vinci's favorite coin. Also, Data Dash, Nick liked it. It's one of the privacy coins. Back, it's like a 2018 coin. LA Vape Thread Guy reveals he's now sold 45% of his ZeCash bag. He goes, I sold another 25% last night. Why are they doing it? Well, you know, that's just what happens, friends. It's an example, right? What we should do is probably have a look at ZeCash. You know, a lot of people say if you're in Pulse Chain, we have this dream where, you know, everything gets to go up and we go up the most, right? We have one of those dreams. Another dream is where everything's in a bear market, but like we're the only coin rallying. That's pretty much what's happened to ZeCash here. But, you know, it'll be interesting to see how this thing plays out. And there's been a lot of people fighting this, shorting it on the way down. I wonder what happens. But yeah, it's kind of like, look, when people have a lot of fear, they could be looking at their ZeCash wallet going like, huh, I've actually got money there. Yoink. You know, just to make them calm down. But these are rare moments. These are not, you don't see this commonly. Okay. Ideally, what you want is, and this could be what Richard Hart's planning, is thinking, and this is what he did back in Hex. When you want to do your marketing and all these other stuff, the big campaign, it's when there's new people joining. If you don't have new people joining, it's just everybody circling each other, and it's basically just moving furniture inside the house. We want to see new people joining. Now, you might say, hey, when do the new people join? I don't know, man. 36 months in a row of bad PMI. I don't know. I was hoping Ethereum would be over $5,000 after freaking 4+ years, 4.5 years. I was hoping that, but sadly what we do, just, you know, We've got to pray that it gets better one day. Remember, others BTC's been literally flogged forever. Let's see if this cycle holds up. Like, subscribe, bell button, all. Catch you soon.